Welcome back to Dyllin with Age of Wonders 4, where we continue the journey of Breakgear and the Anointed Orcs in episode 18. Zephyr Archer will be complete in one turn. I don't even have the 14 gold to rush it. Alright, next turn. Gloom should be burning down this farm this turn. He might move this army north to attack my scout. The AI doesn't actually play with Fog of War. Oh, hello. Some more people burning my farms. He will pay for that very shortly. But other than the pillaging, he's not actually attacking me. He's too concerned with Marauder. Quite a few troops down here in Kinslayer. We probably need to think about upgrading our western army here pretty soon. Having a bunch of tier 1s is alright, but I'd rather have some more tier 2s, especially some Zephyr Archers, which I am going to start rolling into that force immediately. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is going to build another Zephyr Archer. That's going to cost us a fair amount of our gold. Going to combine the Autumn Fairy into the Zephyr Archer army, bring down Runa. We may actually have enough troops that we can send this army east to crush Heartfield. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to break Runa's northern army in half. Runa's going to come with us west. This army is going to go east. We kind of need a chaplain for this army as well, so let's build one along the way. That's all of our gold. Alien, please do the honors of killing the stack from Heartfield. They sent us another man to go into our prison or our crypt. Another son. Hello. And goodbye. Dead. Done for. Alright, Mr. Anvil Guard. Let's send you east. It'll be a nice backup for the Eastern Army. I really don't care about trespassing in Quentin's land simply because Quentin is under the control of Mashara. Mashara is not going to declare war on me. Oh, hello. Hello, cat person. Grand Devourer Rakshagi. Another evil person. So 3 evil and then 2 good. We don't have the gold to send you anything, so goodbye. They're a demonic warlord. What is this guy? A strategist warlord. More warlords, great. That's fine. We can greet them with the sword. We got Duststorm, fantastic. Next up, I think I would like to get Wrath of the Faithful so that we can punch somebody in the face. We need more combat spells, that's for sure. I'm very carefully moving my northern scout in such a way that their armies cannot reach him. And the orcs like can't actually start building anything just because we ran out of gold. Let's go ahead and build the first water province for Orcsight. That'll be a fishery that becomes a harbor. Heartfang joined us, and they're sending us their magic materials now, like their Astral Dew and all that jazz. I was complimented by Mashara again. Good, she's happy about us. Cannot yet propose an alliance. We gotta wait 5 more turns. There's a cooldown between treaties in this game. Yeah, let's go ahead, let's grab the next city cap in the Empire development screen. So we're at 304. This outpost is about to become a city next turn. We are pumping out 271 gold per turn. We still chew through that gold all the time, man. I keep forgetting about the Rally of Lieges, but it's really not that big a deal. We have a ton of units. Right now, in comparison to everybody else, we're number 1 in rank. The only thing that we're number 2 in is military rank, but I highly doubt that that's true. We could very easily kill a stronger AI. Simply because we're a human that can think better than they can. Man, accidentally picking True Sight is a very unfortunate thing. I just realized that I did going back over the videos as I've been making them. This game does have a couple glitches in it, especially not losing the nature affinity when it reset the skills and gaining materium affinity. That's definitely a bug that they'll address at some point in time, I'm pretty sure. We've also got a skeleton and vampire spider army that must have come from underground or something like that in the center of our empire. We need to pull Alien back to help deal with that. We'll give him this Anvil Guard. And then I'm going to send the Zephyr Archer not to the east, but to the west instead to help against Gloom. It's more important to fight him, well, fight her, I mean, than to fight Heartfield at the moment. We need to drive them out of our western domain so that we can start repairing these farms. And there we go. Mr. Halberdier Army, please go to the east to help out against Heartfield. In Orcsight, let's see what we want to get going. We're kind of running a little bit low on gold, but that's just because we have such a high production potential that it kind of outweighs our gold production. In consideration of that, let's actually get another shipyard up and running. That'll take 1 turn, only 42 gold. I'd like to get another Zephyr Archer going, but I always want to be building buildings if I can help it. In Astad, we're going to have to spend a turn dismantling the outpost. And we'd like to get another hero. Let's see if we can sell anything to Mashara. She'll buy our Lucky Ring for 110 gold, I'll take that. And she'll buy our Barbed Shield for 170 gold, I'll definitely take that. So that would actually probably give us enough for a hero, but let's first see if we want to get a Zephyr Archer. Let's see the price. 140 gold, that's kind of high. Let's check and see what kind of heroes that we could get. So we got Ragear Ironheart, he's a Plague Bearer. This unit starts permanently diseased. That's a terrible choice. We got another Chaos Adept to give us more Chaos Affinity. It's not a bad choice at all. Brutal. He inflicts double morale penalties when killing an enemy unit. Jinx. 60% chance of getting Misfortune on adjacent enemy units for 3 turns. And Misfortune causes fumble chance increase. Distracting. 90% chance of inflicting Distracted. And Distracted makes all attacks against that unit flanking attacks. Demolitionist. Summon a Devastator Sphere. Cunning. Extra damage when flanking. Astral Adept, giving us Astral Affinity. I think I want this one. Casting Adept adds 20 combat. And a Materium Adept that gives us Materium Affinity. Let's go with the Astral Adept. We definitely want to get some Astral Affinity. We're going to hire a mole person. So let's recruit them. They've got Earthkin at the moment. Earthkin, which gives them +1 defense, rock camouflage, and rock walk, which makes them move faster through rocky hexes. They can currently do restoration. Let's see what we want to give them. Let's turn them into a mage as well. That means that we're going to reset. Are you a man or a woman? You're a woman. So we're going to reset this person's skills, Korra. I like the name Korra. Reminds me of Legend of Korra, which was not as good as the original avatar, but still pretty good. Let's reset her skills and see what we get. We might want to go with that Mass Rejuvenation, or Restoration anyway. Restoration's pretty good. Oh, another... I can't help but summon another elemental. Like, I can't help myself. Absolutely. Summons are just too good. They're always good no matter what. Like, Restoration is good if you're losing a unit or a unit dies, but summoning is always good. And then we'll give her Lightning Evoker. We'll pick one at a time. We'll not pick multiples, because sometimes when you pick multiples, you screw up. Magecraft. Distant Evocation, absolutely. What does Avenging Winds do? Whenever this unit is hit by an attacker, they have a 30% chance of being pushed back 1 hex. It's interesting, but I like Fire Evoker more. Let's go with Fire Evoker. And then let's pick up a Arcane Strength. So now we've got a pretty good mage unit. This mage, we are going to send to help out Ilian to crush the Haunted Graveyard in Heartfield. We're going to send the Halberdier army here with the 3 Arbalists, the Anvil Guard, the Chaplain, and the Halberdier to join up with Ilian. They're going to crush this Red Flag Marauder army, then head northeast, crush the Haunted Graveyard, and then beat Heartfield into the ground. That's going to be their objective. I need to continue moving my scout here kind of carefully. Alright, there we go. They should be safe. The scout is of course quite useful because they have the Enchanted Crow Companion, which gives them even more vision range. Let's check out this cat person's lands real quick. So, hello? We meet another free city of toad people. We don't have any Whispering Stones to give them. They're also under the control of Mashara, so that's good. So, cat person here, what are you? Are you a barbarian? Yeah, these are barbarians. These are war shamans, tier 2 mage units. They've got Mark of Misfortune, so they've gone down the chaos path, and they're spawnkin. They're also corpse eaters. That's interesting. Yeah. So they regenerate health by eating corpses. We got Wrath of the Faithful, so we have another combat skill that we can cast in battle to deal spirit damage. This is going to be definitely useful against the Haunted Graveyard here pretty soon. And then after that, we could get a Lightbringer to try to do Mind Control, but I've spoken before about how Mind Control is only a base 60% chance, which you can increase by lowering the status resistance of the enemy unit. But I think I'd like to go ahead and get maybe Windborn Scouts just to hurry up and start getting through this tomb faster. So let's go with Windborn Scouts. We're going to set the governor for Astad to be Cora. They're going to give production, mana, and food. Giving mana actually makes sense. This is going to be a mana and research city for the most part. I don't want Astad to build any units. I have 157 gold left. That means I can actually afford to start working on a Zephyr Archer. I would definitely do that. And then Mulgrave can annex a province. So let's get that second farm like we were talking about to boost the tavern. So we're going to get some gold back. We got 30 gold back. Every little bit counts. And then we can't actually start on anything else. Oh, we can build a vendor. Start that, absolutely. We're basically spending our gold constantly. The more that we spend our resources to increase our snowball, the faster our snowball snowballs. And then I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get consolidated industry here. It's going to get us some city stability, because if we look at Orcslight, we have a quarry next to a quarry, so that's 1 stability plus 1 stability, and a quarry next to a quarry, so that's 2 stability, 4 stability. Foresters next to each other, so that's 1 for this one and 1 for this one, that's 2. And then farms, it gives us some city stability. Initially, it wasn't a good choice just because we didn't have enough provinces bordering each other that were of the same type. Like these farms, there's 3 touching this one, so that's 3 stability. There's 2 stability for this farm once we rebuild it, etc. So let's grab that Empire skill real quick. This is Consolidated Industry. We were at 50 city stability for Orcslight, now we're at 59 city stability. And that gets us a little bit closer to Harmony, but Harmony is tier 80. Not tier 80, but you need 80 city stability to reach the tier of Harmony. And Bastion is now at still neutral, unfortunately. We're working on that bathhouse to increase their city stability. So let's move on to the next turn. Let's see what this enemy red flag barbarian unit does. Marauder unit. Gloom's still burning down my farms, unfortunately. We're going to start building those back up next turn, since he left our domain. Heartfang is not yet getting attacked very much. Hello, Hearts of Iron. So Ilian urgently requests our audience. He has a concerned look in his eyes. Our defense is lacking. I arduously serve your ambitions. For you, I venture into the wilderness or invade your rival's territories. Ilian kneels. But now that I've started a family, my priorities have shifted. These days, my mind lingers with my family inside your borders. I have witnessed the ferocity of our enemy's forces. Our realm's protectors cannot withstand them. We need powerful reinforcements. He frowns. I can manufacture golems, defenders of our homelands. However, building them requires some Archon blood. Could you secure that? So if we do this quest, we get at least 1 unit, probably an iron golem, and a mystery bonus. So we can do this quest, we can get... Well, I could tell him to... Ooh, I would lose him to get draft. No way, why would I ever do this? Let's go ahead and let's work on getting the Archon blood. We already have it, right? But we need to obtain more is what he's saying, right? Well, we've got some here. Yeah, we already have some. He wants us to get even more. So we'll get some as soon as we expand Astad. Runa, please continue moving to the west. And then let's move these troops further west. We're going to consolidate our forces and we're going to hit Gloom in the face. Gloom should not have burned down our farms. That is for sure. We do have more than 3 armies over here, so not all armies can participate in a battle. Only 3 can participate. There will be a 4th one left out. But none of these armies are in danger of being attacked by the enemy, except this army, and the AI would be stupid to attack with 1 scout into a full stack. We need to immediately start repairing these improvements. It's going to take 3 turns, and each repair takes 50 gold. These skeletons have moved further to the north. Let's engage them. Like so. We're just going to auto-combat, and of course, if the AI loses any units, we will take care of it ourselves. We did alright. Good deal. Okay. Mr. Halberdier, continue moving southeast. I'm going to send that Zephyr Archer that we just built in Orcslight to the west. Orcslight needs something else to build. We kind of want to focus on even more gold. We need that money. But we don't have enough gold or access to any gold buildings in Orcslight. Let's take a look at our other cities first and see if we can build any gold producing buildings first. Yeah, we can get a market in Mulgrave. I'm going to do that. That leaves us with 35 gold. We might be able to sell something to Mashara, because we can start working on a vendor in Astad, but I would prefer to start working on a workshop first to increase that production so that I can build more buildings and then build a workers farmstead. So let's see if Mashara will buy anything from us. We do have a very basic pony unit that we could sell to her that she'll buy for 123 gold. I'll absolutely take that trade. She should really not take that trade. And then we can come back to Astad and we can begin working on the workshop. To boost the workshop, we're going to need a farm. And then to build that farm, we would first probably work on the iron deposit right here, because that'll increase our production. Unfortunately, the Northern Territories don't have any food resources, so I'm probably going to have to invest Imperium into Astad to get it rolling faster. I'd like to save up for specialist districts to get the +5 gold from special province improvements so that I can increase my gold economy. That's what I'm going to do. And then after that, I'll probably start investing into Astad to improve the population of the city. And of course, we're going to get gold from all our prospecting and stuff. Oh, a Staff of Radiance. Hello. Hey, an upgrade for Braegear. Awesome. So Braegear has been using a Staff of Spirit, which was a tier 1 staff. We can get the Staff of Radiance, which is tier 2. It can give adjacent allies +2 resistance whenever we use warding defense mode, which is not going to be often with Braegear, but it still has the chance to blind. It does more spirit damage. It has the same range, same accuracy, but let's upgrade. So now we might want to consider selling that staff, but I think this Staff of Spirit is good enough that I want to keep it around. There's a good chance that we'll end up raising another hero in the future that can make use of it. We got Windborn Scouts done. So let's select a new research. Oh, a new tomb actually. I'm going to take a look through all these. We're up to tier 3, so let's see what our first tier 3 tomb is going to be. So I've been building up to this for a little while by calling the Anointed Orcs the Anointed Orcs, and that's because I did always intend to give them Anointed People, which was +3 status resistance, +3 spirit resistance, as well as Salvation, so you can heal a target friendly unit, dispel its negative status effects, so you can break mind control, berserk, that kind of thing. We also have Consecrated Domain, which is a sustained city spell that gives +2 resistance, +20 morale to start a battle for friendly units in that domain of the city. We can do Healing Spires, adds 12 Healing Spires in combat during a siege. This is a defensive unit, I believe. Yeah, it's a defensive city structure. I'm not too concerned about that. Keeper's Mark, which grants Faithful, reducing unit upkeep. Faithful only does 10%, but that's still pretty good. And this can apply to Shield, Polearm, Shock, Fighter, Skirmisher. We're going to take Tomb with the Sanctuary. We've been meaning to do this the whole game. That'll give us Order Affinity, a Sanctuary Special Province Improvement that gives us +10 mana. Special, well not special, but province improvements themselves cannot be pillaged while this province is intact. It also functions as a spell jammer, which means that the enemy cannot cast spells while in this domain. And then it counts as a conduit. We can also start working on the Seed of Order, working towards a magic victory. Braegear has not quite yet decided whether we want to go for a magic victory or if we want to go for a domination victory by destroying the evil forces of this world. And we get a hero skill, Sanctify, which increases our defense and our resistance by quite a lot. So let's go for the Tomb of Sanctuary, and let's see what they have to say. What would you like to tell us today?
My faith is my shield. I am armored by love. I shall envelop the world in this armor to safeguard it and bless it with healing light. I am the bastion of the weak. I fortify the strong. The warriors of truth follow in my wake, like a wave of justice made flesh.
Holy crap. Keeper's Mark makes it so that when you take fatal damage for the first time, your units are unable to die or use offensive abilities for 1 turn. That's really impressive. I would like Anointed People eventually for the status resistance and the spirit resistance, but let's go over Keeper's Mark first. Let's get that rolling. We're going to get anointed no matter what. We can start the Seed of Order, but we're not going to do that. We got that shipyard built, so we're going to get even more gold per turn from Orcslight. But first, let's see if we can build something elsewhere. Now, there aren't any other places that we can build, so let's start a building in Orcslight. Let's actually work on the fish. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the video so much that you reached the end. Since you made it here, I want to give the video a like, since it helps the video and the channel reach a wider audience that enjoy this kind of content. And I'd like to hear any opinions you have about the video or my moves in the comments below. If you'd like to see more, you can always subscribe, and Brager and I will see you in episode 19.